Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about. And in terms of Michael Cohen's testimony, this is essentially what the testimony is. You have a person going to prison. You have a person who committed crimes. You have a person who committed crimes that have nothing to do with Trump. You have a person who committed crimes that have nothing to do with Trump. And the only reason Michael Cohen is not serving more jail time is because he is playing ball, selling his soul to the Democratic Party, pleading with liberals around the world, oh, please forgive me for working with the orange monster who's presiding over peace between North and South Korea, who is presiding over an economy with a record low Black and Latino unemployment, record low. We have more jobs in this economy than people to fill these jobs. He's bringing home Americans from counterinsurgency conflicts. He signed prison reform, the First Step Act. Oh my God, please tell us how horrible he is. He represents so many horrible things. Meanwhile, President Obama's biggest mistake is actually an intervention that destroyed Libya. But let's just, shrug shoulders. It's, oh my God, he's the most horrible person. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for actually even working for Trump for 10 years or whatever. I'm so sorry I did. Please, liberals around the world, forgive me. He's a really bad person. He said a lot of things that if you couldn't believe how much he said. Fisher of men, thank you. It's G time. Thank you. So what kind of person? So let me ask you a question. If you're Michael Cohen and he says horrible, and Trump says all these horrible things about people, why would you continue to work for him? Why would you continue to work for him? Here's a question for Michael Cohen and for all the wonderful Democrats. Why would Michael Cohen be, before we get into the nonsense, Michael Cohen was vehemently against the Mueller probe. Michael Cohen on Twitter was never in Prague. He stated that on Twitter, never in Prague. I have never been to Prague in my life. This was before he sold his soul. Hashtag fake news. I have never been to Prague in my life. This was what all the wonderful journalists at BuzzFeed and other places were pushing, because the Steele dossier states categorically he was in Prague speaking to Russian intelligence officials. So why did he say he was never in Prague? Why was he suing that publication? Trump is a con man. Well, why did you work for a con man for 10 years? I hear Prague. This is a tweet, Michael Cohen, December 27th, 2018. I hear Prague and Czech Republic is beautiful in the summertime. I wouldn't know, as I have never been. Mueller knows everything. Okay, so this is when he sold his soul officially. Look. You have so much nonsense. You have so much ridiculous nonsense. And the notion, and meanwhile, the FBI literally had a chart on Clinton that said the DOJ is not going to prosecute gross negligence, which directly relates to U.S. Code 793F. They covered up Clinton's crimes. They fabricated crimes for Trump. There's no Trump-Russia collusion. That's so ridiculous. I thought she won the popular vote. Which one is it? They have so many competing propaganda narratives, so many competing. Oh my God, which one is it? Make up your mind, MSNBC. Make up your mind, liberals. Make up your mind. Which one is it? Was Bernie Sanders cheated, or was he not cheated? Did Russia hack the DNC to inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated, or was he just given a fair chance and lost? Which one is it? And they're already cheating him again. And he'll fold and give all the money and tell all his supporters to vote for Trump, vote for Clinton. Which one is it? I mean, which one is it? Michael Cohen testifies before Congress. He's going to jail. He's going to prison. And here you have these like Democrats who are like, look, he worked with Trump. And now they love him. When he was suing BuzzFeed, they didn't love him. Oh, he's a con man. He knew about the DNC emails. Isn't that interesting? He knew about it, really? He knew that they were going to release emails? The Russians? Is that right? Really? And what did those emails say? I just was wondering. You should always ask. Brandon Wolf! Cohen is a rat being light as... Exactly. Also, I had to rewrite this to send. Brandon Wolf, thank you. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. Well, I mean, so he has no evidence. So, Brandon, thank you. He has no evidence. Where's the evidence? So, again, I ask you, what did Trump know? Did Trump know that Bernie Sanders was cheated? Because if he knew, if he released the emails, or he knew about DNC emails, then what? I mean, really, what's the issue here? He knew about DNC emails. And by the way, if you want to be notified of my live streams, it's contactgoodman78@gmail.com. If you want to contact me, it's contactgoodman78@gmail.com. And it's like, suddenly you have Michael Cohen saying, oh my God, he's so horrible. He's the worst person. He's committed so many crimes. He knew about the DNC emails. He knew about this. He knew about that. Well, why would you continue working with someone like that? That's the question. Why would you continue working with someone like that if you knew that he was committing illegal behavior, illegal acts? The one thing in life is don't hang out with people you know are committing illegal or immoral acts. Blistering testimony. Oh my God. Nobody cares. People are talking about it, but nobody cares. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Anyone can say anything. Trump knew about Roger Stone's alleged contact. Okay, think about this for a second. Trump knew about Roger Stone's alleged contacts with WikiLeaks. Does that make any sense at all? I knew about your alleged contact with a Martian. I knew about your alleged contact with a ghost. I knew about your alleged contact. I knew about your alleged achievement that you found a cure for cancer. Alleged contact means that Roger Stone, who is actually in a noble way fighting this nonsense, but it's self-inflicted. What Roger Stone did was say, oh my God, I know Assange, I'm this, I'm that. And then that was marketing, and he was trying to create a persona, and then it bit him in the rear end. Do you think WikiLeaks needed Roger Stone or anyone? They didn't. They didn't. Mary Rachel, Florida bar investigating Cohen's cheating. Really? Mary, thank you. I have to check that out. But here you have a guy who had a taxi empire. A taxi empire. Okay? No, it says here, Matt Gaetz under investigation by Florida bar. Investigation opened up after Matt Gaetz tweets apparent. So, Florida bar will investigate Republican congressman's charge that Michael Cohen cheated on his... Okay. Wow, why... Then it's a Daily Beast. Matt Gaetz under investigation. Okay. The Daily Beast, the extension of the Democratic Party. The high-class BuzzFeed. My God. So, Horus! Just one more meaningless word salad with, wait for it, Russian dress. Yes, Horus. Yes, Horus. Alleged. You mean to tell me that Michael Cohen knew that Roger Stone possibly did something? No. He knew about something but that possibly happened? No. Oh my God. That is amazing. Guess what? I know something that did happen, and so do you, and so does everyone. Hillary Clinton transferred top secret intelligence and special access program intelligence from JWICs. You want to know how I know? Because James Comey said so, and because that's what she did. It's reported everywhere, and nobody has to know. Nobody has to say, somebody told me that Clinton transferred top secret intelligence. We know this. We already know this. How do we know? Because it's been reported she did it, and it's impossible not to transfer top secret intelligence illegally out of JWICs or any other secure location, because it's inherent to the transferring of top secret intelligence and special access program intelligence outside of the United States government is an illegal act. You can't do it unintentionally or by accident. I am not protecting Trump anymore. Who believes this nonsense? Who believes this? And furthermore, who cares? Who cares? Here's a guy who was literally suing the publication that published the fake news dossier. This entire thing is 100% bogus. He didn't work with Russia. The Facebook ads didn't swing the election. I stated in 2015 she would lose, and she lost. And that's it. That's what happened. She lost. That's what happened. That's what took place. And why would you work with somebody? Why would you work with somebody who was this racist and unethical and horrible? Why would you do that? And then Roger Stone just texted that, yeah. And they're like, oh, well, he knows. He knows that something possibly happened with WikiLeaks. It's like, no, you don't know anything. They didn't need Stone, or they didn't need Trump. It's literally, Twitter is the place where all of this happened. Get Jack Dorsey in front of Congress. Get the Mueller probe after Twitter and Facebook. Notice how the Mueller probe, look, if the conduit for all of this, let's say it's like, oh my God, the Russians used social media. If the conduit is Facebook and Twitter, this is the medium. These are the mediums that Russia apparently used. Then how is it that Zuckerberg and Dorsey are like, pure as the driven snow? It's their mediums. He was Michael Cohen. He was asked to threaten a person 500 times over time. So after the 200th time, he still stayed. What about the 450th time? Nobody believes this nonsense. Nobody believes this nonsense. What this is simply like, this is like meth and crack for liberals. They love it. They love it. They can't get enough of it. Oh my God, you see, such a bad person. I had to be lectured one day at lunch, and I was just polite. It's like, you're such a bad person, I'm like, well, what about Clinton? And I said things that are worse. No, don't bring her up. Don't bring her up. And they're going to be voting for her again. This is Sarah Carter. Basically, Michael Cohen is saying he's only giving his testimony to save people from making the same mistakes he made. What are we? We are wasting taxpayer money on this. Cohen can lie some more to try to vindicate himself. This insinuates that Trump is threatening his life. What? This is hilarious. This is hilarious. There's no law breaking, no nothing. Cohen says this $35,000 check dated was signed by Trump as reimbursement for hush money. You know what happens with hush money? A person takes it and doesn't have to hush. You could take hush money and then not hush up, and then you'll get sued. Guess what? It's a legal transaction. You're not talking about like the mafia here. You're talking about a business transaction. There's no such thing as hush money. If you agree not to say something, then you are morally, and then if you sign your name on the dotted line, you're legally culpable. It is a legal, you're agreeing not to say anything. So, Nancy, thank you. This is like complete and utter nonsense. It's so ridiculous and lame. Oh my God. Look, every single day for 2 years, this is the least of Trump's worries. This is nothing. Uncorroborated allegations, all lies. And where is the Uranium One deal? William Barr has to start something soon. Where is the special counsel into Clinton's crimes? Where? We have to have one. Now, we've been told we will, but we need one soon. We need one soon. They've been trying to get Trump on. They've been trying to get Trump. Meanwhile, Clinton lied under oath numerous times. I never had anything marked classified. Yes, she did. I only used one server. She used multiple servers. I gave all the emails to. And then you have the same. I'm not going to say their names, but you have the same people implicated in FBI leaks on these journalists. FBI leaks, same journalists, by the way, who helped foment the fake news Steele dossier, are now going after Trump and saying, oh my God, Michael Cohen confirms what every reporter on this beat has known for years. Confirms? What did he confirm? It's his ridiculous opinion because he has Lanny Davis behind him, the most loyal Clinton supporter on the planet. I'm here under oath to correct the record. So what he does is simply this. He says everything that you want to know. He repeats everything Democrats have said about Trump. Michael Cohen said that he briefed Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump on the Trump Tower Moscow project approximately 10 times. So what? Nothing happened there, aside from Natalia Veselnitskaya meeting with Glenn Simpson before and after the meeting. So what? They have literally fabricated. Max Sabin, thank you. Thank you, Max Sabin. It is seen as crack. It is. They have literally fabricated story after story. Accusation. So Michael Cohen says that he briefed Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump on the Trump Tower in Moscow. What happened there at the Trump Tower Moscow project meeting? Or no, on the Trump Tower Moscow project. What happened? It was at 20% of U.S. uranium capacity? Really? Was it giving Putin 20% of U.S. uranium capacity to build weapons, to utilize, to sell to any country in the world? Which one is it? Oh my God. And the media is complicit. That's why they're every single day. They're doubling down. You called Donald Trump a cheat in your opening. So what would you call yourself? A fool. Michael Cohen, you know what? You sell your soul to the devil. You sold your soul to the devil. And you committed crimes. And you've done this. And simply, look, this is, who knows, he'll be out early. He committed major crimes. You're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. And he got his sentence reduced because the maximum sentence is a lot more than what he got. And that's it. This is like just the liberals are just going nuts. The liberal Democrats are going nuts. And they're paving the way. They're paving the way. And it's like Chris Hayes, Michael Cohen's 3 clients, Trump, Elliot Brody, who arranged Mistress Hush payments. Oh, what? Oh, my God. And Sean Hannity, 15,000 likes. Like, it's like literally a cult that they just, like, so what? What's the point here? Hush money. Now it's hush money. Before it was Russia collusion, no collusion. Now it's hush money. Michael, thank you. Now it's hush money. Now this. Oh my God. You know what? We're going to get Trump now. He's a really bad person. You're going to lose the 2020 election. The only reason, and I was right about the Senate, but the only reason you won the House was because of Medicare for all, man. And you're not even going to get one bill, Medicare for all. It's not going to happen. And the Green New Deal wasn't even legislation. It's complete and utter nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. They have literally nothing on Trump. There's so much on Clinton. William Barr needs to do his job. William Barr needs to do his job. He needs to do his job. And he will. I don't think that we're going to have I don't think that we're going to have 2 years of sessions. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. 2 years of sessions ain't going to happen. And it's like, it ain't going to happen. Trump's hostile racist agenda, like record low Black and Latino unemployment, like prison reform. Oh, hostile. Oh my God. Trump is far better of a president to all Americans, especially minority groups, than Clinton ever was. Bill Clinton, or than Hillary Clinton ever would be. That is a fact. You have an economy with more job openings than people to fill the jobs. Max Saban. And Clinton, meanwhile, had a chart. The FBI chart shows gross negligence not an option to prosecute, even though that U.S. Code 793F exclusive DOJ prevented FBI from pursuing gross negligence charges against Clinton. Early in the Hillary Clinton email case, the Department of Justice reached a decision that would have far-reaching implications. The Justice Department under Loretta Lynch decided to set an unusually high threshold for prosecution of Clinton. In order for Clinton to be prosecuted, the DOJ required the FBI to establish evidence of intent. You, how do you not have evidence of intent when you literally for 4 years have emails missing for a person who was just there, Brian Pagliano, just to set up the server, to run the server? Mitchell Smith. This is all diversion to undermine the potential success of the peace talks between North and South Korea. Exactly. Nobel Peace Prize. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mitchell Smith. Absolutely. That's 100% correct. That is 100% correct. Nobody's talking. Okay, the media. if this was Clinton, okay, and there was actually, let's say it was Clinton presidency, and there was actually a special counsel on Clinton's emails, actually a special counsel, um, you would have everyone talking about North and South Korea peace. You have everybody talking about that, and then Trump, just getting back to his racist agenda, signs prison reform, which Van Jones called a Christmas miracle. And suddenly New York Times journalists are like, oh yeah, this is horrible. Bernie bros. Like, I'm not a Bernie bro anymore. I don't care. I love when people use my name. I love when people use my name to disparage others, because it just shows how it shows the comedic nature of people on the left, the groupthink, the cult mentality. You're just like H.A. Goodman. You're the new H.A. Goodman. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. If all the people who were talking really cared, they would have listened to me. But they didn't. So now they're just going to have to deal with prison reform legislation and record low unemployment and peace between North and South Korea and all the horrible things, bringing home American soldiers. Oh my God, what an orange monster. Oh, what an orange monster. And you have to hear, people are suffering. People are suffering. Really? How are they suffering? I want to know how they're suffering more than they did under Obama. Because the economy's better, foreign policy's better. Don't try to bring up Venezuela and compare it to Libya. 80,000% inflation? Sorry, not Trump's fault. 1,000,000% inflation the other month? Sorry, not Trump's fault. You have 1,000,000% inflation any month in any country, you're looking at a coup or something very the breakdown of a political regime very quick. Not the case in Libya. Libya did not have that. The economy was all right in Libya before Obama destroyed it. Yet another thing that Obama did that nobody cares about. So, Horus! I don't know. I don't know if that. Horus! Just for YouTube policies, I'm going to be very, very, very careful. But Horus, thank you, as always. HA derangement situation. Eric H5. Oh my God, I love that so much. HA derangement syndrome. They totally do. They totally do. People have, I love it too, because it's like, and I can't wait until I cannot wait until I know this is low on list of priorities, but thing the last area, like complete and total. What? People supporting WikiLeaks over the last couple of years are complete and total jerks. This is what Narratanen says. Like, what does that even mean? Are you kidding? If you care about the truth, then you should support Assange. That's like if you care about the truth. Why? Because the DNC email showed that Bernie was cheated? Which one is it? Which narrative? Which propaganda spin? I want to know. Bernie wasn't cheated. He was given every chance. So then what's the problem? The left is like so it's like so corrupt. They're so corrupt. And then the DNC cheated Bernie yet again in a town hall yet again. People people are calling people AJ Goodman. Oh my god. They think they're so cool also. They think they're like so intelligent. Meanwhile, I would love to debate I would love to debate anyone on. By the way, they hate like there's like a lot of people who hate Bernie Sanders. Who are these clowns coming from the left? There's so much. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. Max Saban, Rocket Man knows. It's here to stay. Hugs for everyone. Thank you. It's here to stay. Thank you. So, like, people, oh, this is hilarious. So, this is great. Let me tell you. So, it's here to stay. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you. Hugs for everyone. Thank you. So, there's people on the left who don't like me because I was a Bernie Sanders supporter. Then there's people on the left who don't like me because I was saying that Trump, initially I was saying that Trump and Clinton are the same, but that actually was wrong. Trump is infinitely better than Clinton, and we've seen that. Then there are people on the left who who don't like me because I tell the truth about Bernie Sanders now, because Bernie Sanders basically is an extension of the Democratic Party, which hates him, which is interesting. Then there are people who don't like me because I'm a Trump supporter on the left. And meanwhile, none of those people like Bernie Sanders or Jill Stein supporters. Or yeah, most of the people I mentioned can't stand Bernie Sanders. So, and then they'll vote for Clinton. Clinton, who referred to black youth as super predators. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. That makes a lot of sense. And like, people are like, remember H.A. Goodman? Ho, 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 ho. Like, yeah, remember me? I was right about everything. Thank God I'm not on Twitter anymore. Thank God. You have a situation where it's like people are so like they think that anyone should be embarrassed that a person is a Bernie Sanders supporter and then a Trump supporter. No, you should be very happy. You should be very happy. Why would you want to vote for Clinton if you were so worried? If you were so concerned about a whole bunch of topics? Oh, it's like people like don't know politics. Did you think Clinton was going to would sign prison reform? She between Bill and Hillary, they started mass incarceration. So I don't get it, but whatever. And on the left, it's like you can never win. You can never, ever, ever, ever win. You can't say anything good about Trump. You can't say anything good about Trump. If you say anything good about Trump, then one person's like, one person took screenshots of me speaking with another journalist who I'm friends with, and they're like, see, they're friends. And they find this like amusing. They find this like, oh, you see? And then most are going to vote for Clinton 2020 or Biden 2020. Mainly, it's going to be Clinton 2020. She's running again. But I love how they're so against Trump, yet they never really debate any conservatives. What they do, there's this photo. This is kind of funny. What they do is they simply, whatever. I'll let them enjoy themselves. Tricky Vicky! I was a Bernie or Bust Jill, voted for Jill. Bernie or Bust girl. I voted for Jill. I was with you back then. Thank you, Tricky Vicky. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. 3 years ago, as we watched the blatant DNC fraud 2020, I'm voting for Trump. Vicky, thank you. Thank you. I have a wonderful article out, and it's going to hopefully it gets published within the next couple of days. I'm hoping. I remember everybody when I was talking about the tremendous suffering in the Congo and the electric car vehicle batteries that rely on the mining of cobalt in the Congo, and how AOC's Green New Deal is not green. Ladies and gentlemen, Vicky, everyone, I'm hoping it gets published very soon. I'm hoping. I'm not 100% certain, but it's going to be one of the most important articles that's ever been published that I've ever written. And just look out for it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. The great thing also about all of this is that the more the left doesn't realize that part of Trump's win was the hatred among people on the left. The hatred among people, like among different groups, different factions. The hatred among different factions. That's really what the issue was. One of the issues. You had people who, cheers, SHA. What team? Oh, I knew this. Is it UCLA? No, US. No. 1950. Yeah. Who won? CCNY. That's right. Nice. Nice. Cheer S. Kristen J, hello. So it is just so interesting how there's nothing like when it all goes down, and it will, you're going to see people like they're not going to know. It's going to be Clinton again. And It's going to be Clinton again, Clinton 2020. She's going to win again. I mean, not the nomination and then lose. Same people who were like, oh, yeah, I don't really like Clinton. The same people who were like, oh, Trump is such a horrible person. They'll vote for Clinton. She said and did worse in terms of the issue of race, a whole bunch of things. They won't care. I did. McCabe and the fact that Colbert even the fact that Stephen Colbert even had Andrew McCabe, it's like these corrupt FBI agents. Look, I said the same thing in 2015. They're going to be crushed by the weight of their own corruption. This is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It is not sustainable, ladies and gentlemen. Not sustainable. You can't have you can't have a political party that consistently lies, consistently focuses on nonsense just because they have the media. It doesn't work. He's never been to Prague. He stated that in testimony, actually today. Trump did not direct him to lie under oath, stated that today. This is a great article in the Federalist, fantastic article in the Federalist. No evidence of Russia collusion. Who cares? Okay, first of all, here's the thing. Who cares if Trump knew about the WikiLeaks? Who cares? First of all, he didn't. But what are the DNC emails showed what? What did it show? It's going to be a repeat of 2016. Jeff. Vicky. When my eyes were opened, red pilled like in the Matrix, I was so shocked I couldn't speak. Oh, rocked my world. Was on beginning of my awakening. Vicky, thank you. Me too. Except with me, it was like a constant slow beating from the left. I was always like, but I'm trying to help. No, you're horrible. Oh my God. Who are you voting for? Clinton. I thought you said you don't like her. Oh. This is amazing too. And it's like they keep on using DNC. Which one is it? Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. Which one is it? Is it that? See, I don't. Is it DNC emails showed that a corrupt political system that rigged a primary, or was it a Russian plot that didn't show anything and Bernie Sanders wasn't cheated? Which one is it? It's basic logic. Which one is it? Let's just use basic logic, people. Basic logic. Basic logic. Which one is it? Like, the liberal, insane media is like, which one is it? Thank God I'm not on Twitter. Thank God. Vicky, thank you, by the way. And Vicky, you will love my next article. If it's published, and hopefully it will be, you will absolutely love it. It's going to be a very, very, very important article. Very important for a great many people. Like, they're like, well, one thing Bernie and, like you post the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, big deal. Trump is an orange monster racist. Well, yeah, that would have by one One report stated that it would have lost 400,000 manufacturing jobs in the Midwest alone. 400,000 because of the TPP over a certain time period. Trump's presidency actually created 467,000. Obama's lost 300,000. They're like, TPP, that's the only thing that Bernie bros wanted. Well, it's like, honestly, I don't wish anyone, like, if people are supporting Bernie on the left and they're on Twitter and they're getting hate from the same pundits, the same people who hated Bernie Sanders in 2016 and then lost again. Like, if you're giving money to Bernie and you think that he's actually going to win, you think that he's actually going to fight the system. I mean, you definitely don't deserve the hate, but like it's gonna. At what point do you go back to a dysfunctional relationship over and over again? Oh, but he loves me. Oh, but she loves me. That's why she set the car up with explosives. She loves me. No, she doesn't. Haven't you seen that scene in Goodfellas? Annenbaum 31458. Annenbaum 31458. Thank you. It's gonna be a repeat of 2016, and my voice and your voice will be the biggest voices on YouTube and on the internet. Your voice and my voice, as my voice grows, your voice grows, because we tell the truth. The truth is Bernie Sanders was cheated. The truth is then Bernie capitulated and basically became part of the system that he claimed to oppose. The truth is that Trump is a very good president. This is the truth. There is objective reality. Trump is a very good president. How can you be a racist monster and sign a prison reform bill that even Van Jones calls a Christmas miracle? How is this? And like, what's your vantage point? When people critique Trump, they're like, oh my God. Then you say, like, what about Clinton? And they're like, don't bring up Clinton. It's whataboutism. It's like, no. Your vantage point here. Let's break this down slowly. A person on the left who claims to be so moral. You're saying Trump is really horrible because of X, Y, and Z. But based on that logic, Clinton is infinitely worse. It's like saying, oh my God, what a corrupt person Roger Stone is. But you voted for Charles Manson. Whataboutism. No. It's whataboutism. Yeah, like but Stone is not, like, what? Annenbaum 31458, thank you. Like the same, like Twitter it's kind of like going into the octagon with, or you know what it is? It's going into what you're doing is you're going into a medium that's tailor-made for the prevailing mentality. The people who run Twitter are Clinton supporters. And they're liberals primarily. Vicky! Thank you, Vicky. I signed up with a big lawsuit. Oh, wow. DNC for my donations. DNC gave to HSC. Bernie endorsing her was like, stab me in the heart. Vicky, 100%. I agree with you 100%. And you know what people tell us, Vicky, all the time? Well, get over it. Get over it. That's what they tell us. Thank you, Vicky, very much. They tell, well, get over it. They just say, that's just politics. We have to win. It's, no, you don't. No, you don't. And then you have one guy who's like, it's just so simple. I don't do his impression. It's just anyone who's a Democrat, you have to, any Democrat's better than a Republican. Any Democrat's better. It doesn't matter. No, that's not true. Trump is far better. There's even a progressive case. Not that I'm on the left anymore. I'm not, and I'm not a progressive. I haven't been actually, maybe I was never a progressive, because progressives don't advocate American soldiers being brought home from conflict. They don't. By and large, they don't. But there's a progressive case for Trump, even to this day. He's a very good president, especially for many of the ideals that Bernie Sanders was championing, well, allegedly, insinuating or claimed to champion. So it's like, instead of talking about peace between North and South Korea, instead of talking about peace between North and South Korea, what they do is they focus on the biggest nonsense on the planet. Larry, exactly. Vicky, thank you. And I agree with you. What they did was preside over a rigged primary, and and that's it. Presided over a rigged primary, then blamed Russia for informing us without any evidence at all that CrowdStrike is the only company to look at DNC servers, and Clinton and the DNC and the Democratic Party paid for CrowdStrike and the Steele dossier. Complete and utter nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. The Michael Cohen testimony was the most complete and utter nonsense. And then you have exclusive: DOJ prevented FBI from pursuing gross negligence charges against Clinton. So the DOJ prevents this from taking place. You have actual evidence of crimes. You have evidence of crimes, and it's like, well, it happened. Get over it. With Trump, it's somebody said something somewhere, and Buff HA, hello. And meanwhile, Trump is presiding over peace between North and South Korea, but let's not talk about that. Like there might as well not be. I mean, I hate to say this. There might as well not be an actual presidency. They're obsessed with Trump and his personality, and that's it. That's just it. That's all they care about. They care about his personality. They care about fake, ridiculous nonsense, and that's it. That's all they care about. There's nothing else. Like, there's peace between North and South Korea, prison reform, they have opioid bill, nothing else. And meanwhile, you get to be lectured to by Hollywood of all places. Hollywood of all places. Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. Can you believe that? Hollywood. The last place on the planet you would want to be lectured to for anything, or lectured from. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like the last industry The last industry that should pontificate about morality is Hollywood. It really is the last industry that should pontificate about anything. It's really unbelievable. By the way, definitely check out HA Second Amendment. Definitely check that out. These segments are below. Check out my Federalist article on AOC's Green New Deal. That will be below in the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be doing live streams and uploads throughout the day, so make sure you watch or check the channel. You might sometimes people don't get notifications, but definitely check the channel for notifications. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. To my super chat, thank you so much. They literally had a chart full of legal statutes that she broke, and the one legal statute that she should have been indicted under, she wasn't, simply because it was a cover-up. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's say she gets indicted next month, she'll still run, because it'll be a fake indictment, like a fake national emergency. They'll say everything's a fake thing. They think he's a fake president. It's like they don't even, there's like no reality. They're like stuck in like their own universe. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Thank you so very much. I'll see you very soon. Thank you.